let me give you an example. Suppose we have a pigeon here, an ordinary pigeon, but it's quite peacefully walking around in a small space. We watch it and notice what it's doing. Then we decide to condition some bit of its behavior. Suppose we take turning to the left a little bit. The pigeon is hungry, and we can give it a bit of food as what we call a reinforcer. It's a reinforcing consequence. We wait until it turns to the left and then immediately give it a bit of food. Almost at once we can see that it's turning to the left more rapidly than it did before, or more often. Now, if you wait a while and don't do this anymore, the pigeon will stop turning left. It's been extinguished. The response has been extinguished. The operant has been extinguished. Extinction is simply what happens when something no longer pays off. Then let us say you start in reinforcing turning again, but only if a light is on and not when the light is off. What will happen is that the pigeon will turn when the light is on, but not when the light is off. It's form of discrimination. Or suppose you reinforce turning only if it's done quickly. The pigeon will start turning quickly. Or you can put it on a schedule of reinforcement, reinforce every so often. And there are certain schedules that get the pigeon to return very, very rapidly for long periods of time that way. These are various kinds of what we call contingencies of reinforcement, the ways in which the reinforcement is contingent on what the pigeon is doing. And in the laboratory, under very good conditions, you get almost total control. Behavior is shaped and maintained by its consequences, and that is the whole art and science of operant conditioning. It works with people. You can do the same thing, and others have done that. There's a story about a professor who had criticized me publicly on television, and his students decided to shape his behavior. And so they agreed in advance that they would not smile or nod unless he was standing on one corner of this platform. And very soon he spent the time standing there. And then they arranged that they would not smile or nod unless he was facing the blackboard. And they told me that at the end of the hour he was lecturing, facing the blackboard and talking over his shoulder. So it works. But it doesn't work all the time, because actually people do many more things and respond merely to the consequences of their behavior.